Hello, welcome to the Magee-Womens Hospital and University of Pittsburgh Medical Center Obstetrical Anesthesia Program. We invite you to get to know a little bit more about our program. This is a program where we encourage a passion for excellence in obstetrical anesthesia practice, and we also encourage an excellence in teaching of obstetrical anesthesia. We have a very diverse patient population in Pittsburgh, and we encourage a diverse applicant population to our fellowship. So take a look, and I hope you like what you see.
Hello, I wanted to describe some of the uniqueness to Magee-Womens Hospital. We do about 15,000 surgical procedures a year. That is primarily composed of gyne and gynecology. We're also the largest bariatric center for UPMC, and we have the third largest orthopedic program at UPMC. We also do about 9,000 deliveries, though that wavers between 9 and 11,000 depending upon the year. I think with the COVID baby boom, we'll probably be pushing 11,000 this year. Some of the unique features to Magee is that we have rotations in women's neurology. We also have an elective in transfusion and coagulation management. There is also a fetal medicine program where we do things like exit procedures, myelomeningocele repairs, twin transfusion syndrome ablations. So there's a fair amount of uniqueness to the environment. Me personally, my research interests are in transfusion medicine, autotransfusion, cell salvage, and I have a fairly large interest in blood management and the care of the bloodless patients. The bloodless medicine program was fairly unique to UPMC. The Jehovah's Witness Church was founded in Pittsburgh on the north side of the city, very close to where Heinz Field currently sits today. We take care of about 1,600 patients annually who request care without blood, so we've got a fairly well developed program to identify the patients when they arrive. We've got order sets developed specifically to care for them. And then we're somewhat unique in that we have access to something called Hemopure, which is a blood substitute made from cow hemoglobin. And we've used it about 20 times in some of our pregnant patients also.
Our fellows are the future of our specialty and a crucial part of our division. Our division of OB and Women's Anesthesiology was one of the very first in the world to achieve the prestigious SOAP Center of Excellence designation in 2018. So our fellows can know with confidence that they are training in a state-of-the-art facility with faculty who are committed to lifelong learning and education, as well as research. Our division is also in an exciting period of growth in several new initiatives. As part of the UPMC Women's Health Service Line, fellows can immerse themselves in a multifaceted experience across 15 maternity hospitals encompassing almost 22,000 deliveries annually. Fellows coordinate complex care planning for women with high-risk diseases, for example, complex cardiac care team planning at UPMC, Presbyterian, and Montefiore hospitals. In terms of education, we've initiated a brand new division grand rounds with external, internal expert speakers. This area is actively growing, and there are several wheels in motion, including development of an expanded reality education program with Weiser and the School of Computing and Information, which is going to result in an exciting program where virtual reality is immersed in medical education. Fellows also are able to avail themselves of a POCUS certification process And at the end of their fellowship year, our fellows are certified in OB POCUS. Research is an important part of the division, and our fellows lead and participate in a variety of studies. Our division has almost $1 million in internal funding, so motivated fellows can participate in our department's T32 research training program. They receive mentorship in research, in manuscript preparation, and also in funding applications for any of our interested fellows. Our OB anesthesiology fellows are visible leaders in the birth center and in the hospital. They lead in committees, they engage continuous improvement principles, and they participate in a thriving culture of passion for quality and safety.
I am a graduate of the Obstetrical Anesthesia Fellowship here at Magee, and I stayed on as faculty afterwards. I believe that gives me a unique insight and perspective into the fellowship and its training. We take care of medically complex patients every day here at Magee. As a result, we have instituted certain safety protocols. This includes the Condition O Rapid Response Team for maternal and fetal emergencies. We also discuss our patients at safe interdisciplinary safety rounds every 4 hours with our obstetrical colleagues. We have one of the few OB ICUs in the country where we take care of our sickest obstetric patients. Being a part of Magee first as a fellow and then as faculty is something that I'm very proud of.
I'm an associate professor of anesthesiology and perioperative medicine here at the University of Pittsburgh. I'm also the associate program director for the OB Anesthesia Fellowship. I just want to tell you a little bit about some of the basics of the fellowship here at the University of Pittsburgh at Magee-Womens Hospital. 12-month fellowship. We have about 7 months that you'd be down in labor and delivery. Another 3 months worth of research and academic time. 1 month of split time, 2 weeks each of neonatology, maternal fetal medicine, and then 1 other month, which can be split time into 2 weeks or a full month of an elective, such as blood banking, neurology, regional anesthesia. As part of that, with the academic time, we talk to the applicants, we talk to the fellows that if they'd like to break that time up into 3 individual research months, or what we've been doing recently is even just breaking it up into weekly, a couple of research academic days each day during labor and delivery. So those are different options. As far as labor and delivery goes, basically 1 to 2 nights of weeknight call and typically a weekend day or night shift. And then there's the opportunity to typically do other weekend night shifts or weekend shifts in general, as incentive, which is completely voluntary. In terms of learners down in labor and delivery suite, we have, in addition to the fellows, first, second, third year anesthesia residents, nurse anesthetist, student nurse anesthetist, even dental residents rotate through. So a great opportunity to do some teaching for different levels of providers. And also getting the opportunity in the spring to actually teach at the medical school a day or two, helping out with what we call our clinical procedures course. We teach medical students some clinical skills. So a lot going on. It's a lot of fun over those 12 weeks, and look forward to meeting one of you.
Hi, I've been involved with the fellowship since 1992 when Dr. Rita Patel ran the program. And I was also instrumental in the fellowship receiving ACG&E accreditation, which happened in 2012. And we were one of the first programs to do so. And I enjoy working with the fellows, and I love working in medical education because there are always new people, new faces, and I get to meet people from all over the world. And one last thing, as Dr. Dolby can attest, I am a Harry Potter fan. I am a Potterhead, hence my time turner necklace here, okay? And I'm a proud nerd.
I'm one of the obstetric anesthesiology fellows here at UPMC Magee-Womens Hospital. I was extremely excited to get to come here and join this team. I had an absolutely fabulous experience giving birth here in 2018. This is just a hospital that I immediately wanted to be part of, and I was very excited to come here for fellowship. I actually did start off cycle because of my maternity leave during residency, so I've been here about 3.5 months now, and overall had an absolutely fantastic experience. I think the case diversity and acuity that we get here is absolutely fabulous. Had plenty of cases of placenta accreta. I've gotten to do anesthesia for a spina bifida in utero repair. I've gotten to manage some massive transfusion protocols and just overall had a wonderful clinical experience. 1 month that I've had so far was also my neonatal ICU rotation. We got certified in neonatal resuscitation, and I found that incredibly helpful. I was actively taking part in not just, the clinical demands of obstetric anesthesia, but also kind of expanding my horizons and learning how to resuscitate these tiny newborn babies as well. The program was extremely helpful when I started off cycle, and if you can't tell by the way the frame is hitting, I'm 38 weeks pregnant with my second and about to take another 12 weeks of FMLA, and they've been very, very helpful with this process. And overall, it's a great experience, and I would highly recommend the Obstetric Anesthesiology Fellowship at UPMC.
I have been in the Obstetric Anesthesia Fellowship now for 6 months, and what I have found to be most valuable is the volume of the labor and delivery department. Not only because this provides a robust clinical experience, but also it allows us to hone our leadership skills managing a busy clinical service. And even though we are very clinically busy, the faculty here works with us to give us non-clinical time based on our research deadlines and how many projects we have going on at one time. So this allows for great flexibility to get projects that we find meaningful done. That being said, when I arrived here, the faculty asked what my clinical interests were and really helped me dive into those research projects in a meaningful way, not just the volume of projects, but very meaningful projects. In August, I did my maternal fetal medicine rotation here, and I found that to be very valuable to do towards the beginning of my time here at Magee, because it allowed me to get to know some of the obstetric residents and maternal fetal medicine faculty as well. It also gave me an opportunity to learn how the obstetricians think, which I think makes me a better obstetric anesthesiologist. I have the opportunity to take my oral board exam in the next week, and I have had excellent opportunity here to study with some oral board examiners, such as Dr. Beeman and Dr. Sullivan. They have been great resources during this stressful time and have allowed me to study and feel better prepared for my exam.
I wanted just to bring up a few things that have not been mentioned by any of the other people. One is that there is additional training available for a fellow who is interested in systems-based practice or quality improvement through the UPMC, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center Wolf Institute. Also, as a requirement of the ACGME, every fellow has to complete a scholarly project and a quality improvement project. Along the same lines, we also have a quarterly combined obstetrical and gynecology and anesthesia interdisciplinary grand rounds, which seeks to discuss and learn from cases that have occurred in the hospital. All fellows get involved in a quarterly resident fellow patient safety committee also. As you can see, our fellowship program is really committed to educate and shape the leaders of obstetrical anesthesia in the future. So goodbye, and I hope to be talking to you more in an interview.